Bristol Tennis Motor Speedway is the next stop on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, stop number 24. It is the running of the Food City fail. It's running of the Irwin Tools 500. It's night racing at Bristol. You want 50 laps of short track madness? Bristol's got it. You want 50 laps of bumping and banging madness? Bristol's got it. You want awesome racing action? Bristol has it all. Yeah. Here's the starting line for today's running of the event here at Bristol, Tennessee. It is Dylan Poteet, the number 31 Mom and Pop Chevrolet on the pole. He is the Season 3 winner, I believe, in this race here, I believe. And he's alongside Liam Campbell in the 6th, the number 6 Valvoline Ford. Cameron Gadoo, the number 22 Maxwell House Ford, number 22, is inside row number 2. And alongside of him, Chris Washer, the number 98 Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. Charles Jackson Mayonnaise, the number 71 Lifebuoy Chevrolet, has inside of the 3rd row, and then alongside of him, Mason Jefferson, in the 27 McDonald's Ford. Then it's Andreas Allen, number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile for AJ Foyt Racing, and beside him, Johnny Gardner, number 12 Ray Bess's Buick. The 4th row consists of Keith Batson, the number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford, the winner of the truck race, alongside Brendan Berg, the number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. Then Stephanie Gardner, the 26 Quaker State Buick, and she'll be alongside another Buick, Kate Culp, the number 8 Snickers Buick, has the 5th row. That's 6 rows, excuse me, I believe. Yeah. Then it's Jasmine Acosta, the 7 Xerox Ford, and alongside Kate Ann Courier, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, has the 7th row, and 8th row has the 15 of Hayden Jefferson, the Motorcraft Ford, number 15, and beside him, 3-time winner Preston Plore, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. Here comes the command to fire the engines here at Bristol.
Drivers, start your engines.
And getting the fired engines, we get some racing here today. Better grab a snack and a Mountain Dew because it's going to be a long race here at Bristol, Tennessee. I will guarantee you that. Dylan Poteet's won here before. Liam Campbell's on the outside. Liam looking for his first win, I believe, this season. Poteet looking for his 3rd as the green flag race. We are underway here at Bristol. And boy, Dylan Poteet took off like John Force on its start. It's not taking long for Liam Campbell to drop like a rock on a start as Poteet leads the first lap of the racer, and he has pulled out to a substantial lead now on Cameron Gadoo. Charles Jackson's in 3rd. 4th position is Andreas Allen, and Liam Campbell's dropped to 5th. Keith Batson on the high side of he and Brendan Berg as Batson gets off the wall. Boy, they're bouncing off each other. They're coming out of turn number 2. And 4 as well. And well, Dylan Young and Commons is dipping on the apron a little bit as they come out of turn. And Stephanie Gardner's upside down, and a big crash has happened. And Ann Curtis, she is smoking big time in that 3 car. And Stephanie Gardner. And Stephanie Gardner gets spun again. This time by Trent Dunham, and Charles Jackson's nailed him. What was that all about, Stephanie Gardner? And it's 26. Stephanie Gardner, for some reason, will not let Trent Dunham button. As a result, Trent spins her out. I forgot to mention Bristol can be full of dick moves. And oh my gosh, Stephanie Gardner, she had a wild crash in the spring event here at Bristol. And she's had another wild crash here today in the night race. And now here she comes, she squeezes Charles Jackson. And Stephanie wall ride and lands on the tire bearers, I think, actually. Stephanie lands on her side, and up and over she goes. She was in 7th place when this happened, too. Now we saw Ryan Rollins, the Brickyard winner. He goes into a slide, and Stephanie and Charles Jackson. He gets crashed by the 11 Henry Cavill, and Ryan Rollins crashes into Stephanie. Since her and the Joshua Osborne and Mason Powers, and how Seth Cole did not hit her was beyond me in a 20 and 52. And then Johnny Gardner hits Stephanie, sends her back on all four wheels. And then from there on, it was just basically a cluster. You know what just happened. But it wasn't over yet. Stephanie gets a car puts back into gear, and then Trent gets out of the way on Charles Jackson, and watch Trent in that one car. Stephanie somehow blocks Trent, does not let him by, and as a result, Trent does this on Stephanie. Just flat spins her out. In the 26. And something tells me Stephanie and Trent's going to have some words in the garage, and Charles Jackson, just no reason, hits Trent. I think Charles's car had too much mayonnaise today, I don't know. But Stephanie ends up getting the worst end of the deal. Green flag is waved once again. There's Brendan Berg. We missed a restart. The leader of the race is now Andreas Allen in the 14, as the green flag has already waved a couple laps ago. Sorry we missed a restart. And Brendan Berg and Chris Washer's crashed. Liam Campbell's going to have the lead at the start-finish line. Let's look at Brendan Berg on this deal here. Brendan gets off the wall. He crashes off the wall into Cameron Gadoo, and then Chris Washer just runs into him in the 98. And then Joshua Collard's going to hit Washer. And then Collard bounces off Mason Powers. Charles Sanford hits Collard, and then Trent Dunham nails into Sanford. So that's caution number 2 on the day here at the world's fastest half mile. And so Liam Campbell and then our 6 Valvoline Ford has the lead. We'll have 18 in the books at 32 laps to go. So still lots of carnage left to go at Bristol. We're not done yet, obviously. Not by a long shot. Charles Jackson's the inside lane. He's a lap car as the green flag is waved once again. We're back underway here at Bristol. Lap cars can present a problem here. Everybody gets through cleanly so far, knock on wood. Dylan Pote trying to dive inside of the 14 of Andreas Allen. And Allen and Owen Pote spins! And so is Trey Campbell. Charles Jackson did a little wall scraping, come out turn 4. But Pote, the pole sitter of the race, gets taken out by Andreas Allen in the 14. And actually, he squeezed Andreas into the wall. There we saw a 30 of Trey Campbell go into the wall. Hayden Jefferson spins. And then, oh, Henry Kavanaugh, Joshua Card, Trent Dunham again's crashed. As well, also along with Chris Washer. And, oh, 94, Brendan Berg, he's crashed. Damage on the cars of Cameron Gadua and Joshua Osborne. I don't know how those two got in the crash. I really don't know. Yeah, Seth Coley spun as well. And then yeah, Osborne got into both Henry Kavanaugh and Mason and Hayden Jefferson. And then Mike Becker's riding all over Josh's back bumper. And Osborne somehow got knocked out of the race. Pace cars are still on. We'll look at the attrition we have already. 26 to 38 is already out of the race, and all because of crashes. So already 13 cars are out of the race already, and we are halfway through. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be halfway home, 25 down and 25 to go here at Bristol. Liam Campbell, Andreas Allen, Mason Jefferson is in third. Fourth, Keith Batson. And fifth is Dylan Young. The green flag is way. We're back underway at Bristol. Keith Batson hung up behind the 71 of Charles Jackson. Now 3-1. Oh, and Mason Jefferson almost gets off of Dylan Young in the 2. And oh, Charles up in the 1. Several cars getting like I said, lap cars can present a problem. We'll see what happens here, especially if you're up on the high side. It's a whole bit of a problem. There's a lot of problems at Bristol, I should say, obviously. And oh, and hey, Mason Jefferson's crashed into 27. And Liam Campbell's going to lead him back to the yellow flag. Dylan Young second, Keith Batson third. But for 27 of Mason Jefferson, it was just a classic example of being in the wrong place at the wrong time at Bristol and then result in a simple spin out. Not really big, but big enough considering the situation you're in. And in the case of Mason Jefferson, it ends up him in a near three-way situation. Charles Jackson and Poteet was between, and then gets off Jordan Newman in 29. And then Mason gets into Charles one more time, and then Mason spins out. Kyle Matthews doing a little wall scraping in 42. And Kate Culpin, Mason Powers just barely missed him. So after that simple caution flag, we're back underway with 16 laps to go. The green flag is waved back again. Liam Campbell still leading. Dylan Young is now second. Third is Keith Batson. Fourth, Jasmine Acosta. And fifth is Ryan Acosta. And look at Dylan Young in the 2. He's got Liam Campbell. He's got Liam Campbell in his crosshairs. No, Keith Batson on the high side. Here comes Nathan Hudson inside. Andreas Allen's up there. Jessica Shelton in the 9. Oh, and Acosta's off the wall a little bit. Coming out 2. Gonna keep your eye on this pack right here. Is a Eye to Storm. Ty Dent getting around. Dalton Day trying to get around that 20 car. Dalton dips the apron just a little bit. And somebody way up on high side, it's Mike Becker in 19. Preston Plord just about nailed him. And Dylan Young's going to be your leader back to the start-finish line with 11 laps to go. Mike Becker got off the wall a little bit here. Now here to come on in turn number 1. He had Trey Campbell on the inside of the 30. And Becker gets off the wall, bounces off of Campbell. Collard got a little sideways, and here comes Poteet. Oof. Sent Becker riding a four-wheel tornado. On the backstretch. See if the pace car size will be off this time by. And they are now, so we'll have 6 laps to go when we get the green flag back again at Bristol. Dylan Young has the lead. Second is his NSCRA teammate, and second is NSCRA veteran Nathan Hudson. 2 veterans in the top 2. Then it's Liam Campbell, Ryan Acosta, and Andreas Allen. The top 5 as the green flag waves. 6 laps to go. We're back underway. Can we get all 6 done under green? We'll see what happens. Dylan Young has the lead. Dylan Young's got 1 win this season that came at Martinsville. Nathan Hudson looking for his first win of the season. Here they come out of turn number 4. 5 to go. Can Nathan Hudson catch Dylan Young? Here comes Dylan. Here comes Hudson on the inside. Nathan Hudson. 55. Oh, and Dylan Young mounts off the wall. Hudson has the lead. The yellow flag is waved again. And that could have been the race right there. And if that's the case, Nathan Hudson's won with Dylan Young second. And it's Kyle Matthews. Oh, and yeah. Quickly see the replay on this one. Yeah, and William Duncan and Dalton, they got together, and then Kyle Matthews got spun up by Zed Weinstein. And oh my goodness, Charles Jackson, Dylan Poteet, Joshua Collard, Mike Becker, they all get into it. Send them both into the wall. Keith Batson coming down pit road. And so is Joshua Collard in the 43 car. He's gotten down pit road as well. So the pace car lights are still on. The white, green, and white flags have waved. Or the yellow and white flags have waved. So that's going to mean Nathan Hudson, the 55, will get his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory as he takes on the title today at Bristol in the night event. And actually, Ryan Acosta got past Dylan Young for second. Dylan Young drops to third. And poor Dylan Young looked like he had the race won, got off the wall, and just like that, lost 2 positions, dropped him from the win to third. So Dylan Young so close to getting the win. He does make it's good for him in the points deal. But here's the man of the hour, Nathan Hudson, 55, the Jasper Engines Pontiac. He wins today at Bristol. The race ending under yellow. No surprise there at Bristol. But 4th position will go to Andreas Allen. 5th will be Liam Campbell. 6th, Ty Dent. 7th, Jasmine Acosta. Yeah. Oh, and something's going on. 8th was Jessica Shelton. 9th was Jordan Newman. And 10th position, we'll see. 10th was... Preston Port apparently has starting problems on his car, but he makes it across the start-finish line. So anyway... that is the race today at Bristol, Tennessee. Average speed, 68.289. but there it is. Nathan Hudson gets his first ever win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. 10th position actually belonged to Eric Powers in the 21. Dalton Day comes home 11th. 12th was Mason Jefferson. 13th, Charles Sanford. 14th will be Trey Campbell. 15th, Zed Weinstein. Kate Culp, 16th. Mason Powers, 17th. 18th was Mike Becker. 19th, William Duncan. And 20th was Kyle Matthews. And they considered Charles Jackson out of the race in 24th. So, all in all, 14 cars out of the race at Bristol. Unbelievable. And there's where the rest of you finish here today. All I can say is typical Bristol is all I can say here today. So with that said, Nathan Hudson, the 55 Jasper Engines Pontiac, takes home the title here at Bristol, Tennessee. His first ever win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So we had the Darlington next for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. And Zed Weinstein will have the lead in the points chased by 60 over Jessica Shelton. Third is Jordan Newman. Fourth is Trey Campbell. Fifth, Dylan Young. Sixth, Charles Jackson. Seventh place is Ryan Acosta. Eighth right now is Mike Becker. Ninth, Joshua Collard. And Dylan Poteet currently in the 10th position in the points. So a lot of the veterans ruling the roost in the top 10 in the points chase. Charles Sanford right now is 11th. 12th is Andreas Allen. Nathan Hudson's win moved him up to 13th in the points. He's not far from the top 10, as a matter of fact, by about a little over 100 points. Henry Cavanaugh, 14th. 15th, Dalton Day. 16th, Stephanie Gardner. Trent Dunham, Michael Walton, Joshua Osborne, and Liam Campbell is the top 20 in the points at the moment. And there's the on the way right down to Hayden Jefferson in last place in the points chase. And there's where the rest of y'all are running right now. So, that said, we'll be heading to Darlington Raceway next for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Don't miss it.